Here's what I bought in the second part of February and the first part of March. The little discount stores had Hot Wheels. That only happens a few times a year. And this was the B case. Because they're almost €2, I only got this one, the 1994 Audi Avant RS. Definitely wanted this one. Later on, I found a few more at the Kruidvat, who had them for €1.49. So I'm glad I only got this one. I got all the other ones for much cheaper. Very nice metallic maroon. Got details in the front. The center grille there is painted black, but not the ones on the outside. No license plate in the front, nor in the rear. Get the light details and logos and stuff. Nice. Black interior. Sweet. Then at my local Carrefour Hypermarket, I found this thing. Not in the toy aisle, all the way across the store, next to the canned tomatoes, there was just one Majorette laying flat on the shelf. I picked it up and turned out it was a Chase. The Rainbow Edition for 2024 Toyota GR Supra. Imagine that. Not sure why there's a discount down here. I think, yeah, I do remember. When you spend more than €5, or for each €5 spent, you got €1 discount. So I bought it together with my groceries. So yeah, I calculated how much percentage discount I got, and then it comes down to that. Yeah, that's it. So these have these kind of chameleon colored paint. Got the 24 on the door for 2024, the year that is the Chase from. Yeah, nice light colored interior, kind of off-white. And this was packaged in Bangkok on the 19th of August of 2024. So yeah, that was a very lucky find. And that is just a reward for me buying up their old stock for dirt cheap, making way for new stuff. And there you go. Got rewarded for it. Oh yeah, I will open this up when I do the Premium Cars 2024 video, which might be sooner than you think. Then another location of Carrefour Hypermarket, but like 30 minutes driving from where I live. I was doing some clearancing. I only found 2 items that were interesting. I got this Germany set Mercedes-Benz Unimog U300. Again, same thing. I spent more than €5. Got €1 discount because the other item is much more expensive, but not that expensive. I had not bought this one yet because I have the original version from it. This was new in 2007. As you can see, there's a slight shade difference. They both have the taillights painted up. But in the front, there is a little difference. The original one has a little bit more silver than the newer one. So, yeah, after all, I'm glad I picked it up. And I will open these both up when I do the Unimog video. Whenever that is. Whenever I think I have enough vehicles to do a video on, I guess. This is the other item I bought. So this is the race trailer set with the Mack Granite and the Nissan GTR Nismo GT3. 50% off, and then got a little discount with the, what I just told. It's got a crack in the blister. That's probably why this was clearanced and why it didn't sell. So I already have this. so I'm not going to open it. I might donate this to charity. Who knows? We'll see. And then I went to a collector fair. It's been some time since I've been there, but since it was a beautiful sunny day and that fair is at walking distance from my home, I thought, why don't I take a nice walk and go see if there's something to find there. Usually there's not much, but because it's mainly a record fair with some toys added to it, you know, dolls and diecast and other stuff. So yeah, I took my chances and I'm pretty satisfied with what I found, I have to say. First seller, that is also a seller on Namak. The first 6 here in this row I got from him. He has these carry cases, Matchbox or Hot Wheels carry cases, underneath the table with the cheaper stuff for €2, and on top of the table he has the more expensive stuff for €3, €4, and more. So yeah, let's take a look at what I got from him. Surprisingly, I found these very old Siku cars. This is the Mercedes 300 SL, made in Germany. So this is called the V series because the model number started with the letter V. And I for sure thought that these were repainted, and this one in particular, well, these two I have repainted and some different wheels put on there. But then I did some research, and turns out these are the actual wheels that belong on it. And these rivets look a lot like the original ones. This one's a little bit messed up, but yeah, the real one totally looks like an original one. So I don't know if this is the original paint or not. It's very unlikely, seems to me. It's got some paint loss, because why would it be so cheap if it would be if it were original? So it's got lensed taillights. You can see there in the corners. It's not the best model. I mean, these V models from Siku were honestly just badly designed and not that pretty, but you know, that's maybe why they're not worth much. But yeah, it's always great to find something that is this old. I mean, it's from the 60s, thereabouts. This used to have 4 jeweled headlights, but it's lost 2, the 2 top ones. Still has the 2 bottom ones. It's got opening doors. This one was stuck with opening it up the first time. I removed a little bit of paint, so that's also an indication for me that this might have been repainted. As you can see, the steering wheel has broken off. That is done by yours truly. I was cleaning the interior, and there you can see the steering wheel and the footwell of the passenger. I was cleaning the interior like I do vintage Majorette and Matchbox cars, but apparently these Siku do not take that very well, and I only noticed it when I was drying it off afterwards, that the steering wheel was hanging from my cloth, my microfiber cloth. So that's unfortunate. So with the second one, I paid more attention, obviously. This is the Toyota 2000 GT. Painted base. I looked it up. Original also had a painted base. But these wheels, these definitely look like Siku wheels from the olden days. So we got completely metal casting, just like the Mercedes. And also has opening doors. Orange interior on this one. This one seems to suffer from some zinc pest. or maybe it's just the paint that's bubbling. With an intact steering wheel on this one, luckily. So yeah, great finds. These were €2, but I got a package deal, so €1.45 each. Same price for the next one. This Siku Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van. Got the actual Mercedes logo on the front. They left that out on later versions, I think. In a PTT post livery, so Post Telegraph and Telecom. I think that stood for postal van. Got the trailer hitch, got plastic base, plastic tires, and steelies. Cool. You know I love my vans. Same price. This Leyland Titan by Matchbox. Around London tour bus. This was first released in 1990 and was used until 1991. So for my bus collection, I thought this was a nice addition. This one was a little bit more expensive. €3 asking price, paid €2.18. The Londoner in the Burger Paints livery, well, the sticker from Burger Paints. And this was first produced in 1974 and used until 1980. Sweet. And the last one from this seller was this one. It's loose in the case, so let's open this case up. Yeah, he wouldn't budge on the price on this one. Understandably, that's okay. I mean, for what you get, I think it's good value. This is a DCT or Diecast team, Peugeot 505 SW, which stands for station wagon. But here in Europe, we would call this a brek or brake estate for the people in the UK. Made in China. Now, usually, I don't buy this kind of stuff because with the assumption that it is not licensed. But since Peugeot does not care for licensing, I kind of didn't bother. So basically, the only company that gets a license for making new models or new designs is Norev. Majorette can succeed in getting an approval for a new deco or new color on an existing model, but not for new models that they design, unfortunately. And yeah, so I'm assuming that's the case for this model too. Of course, all these small Chinese diecast companies will not have any production facility. That would be very hard to believe. I was told by a diecast importer that there's only 3 factories in China, sorry, for premium diecast. So we know that Mini GT and Inno 64 have their own production facility, and XO also has a factory in China, amongst other Asian countries. XO is pretty much the biggest manufacturer of premium diecast. I think it's safe to assume that it is made by one of these 3 companies. I would say XO is the one that made this. No suspension on this. was just wondering. So what we have here, lens headlights, lens tail lights. So this is the 1986 Familial version. So it's got the extra seats in the boot or trunk. So making it a kind of a people mover in a station wagon. Before minivans, that's what people used. Very cool model, very long vehicles too. Of course, it's great to add another station wagon to the collection. A little dab of silver on the side mirrors. These covers for the wheels, these plastic wheel covers, are too big. They should be way smaller. That is not that good looking. Of course, it's got rubber tires. And nice details. Let's see if we can shed some light on that interior. There you go, nicely detailed, proper steering wheel. Shifter is a little big, but other than that, I think it's a nice model. Next seller, these 5 models I got from him, all €3 each. I believe he was asking €5 each, but kind of got him down to €3 each. Lamborghini Countach LP 500S in metallic green with a tan interior. Suspension, the Lamborghini name on the side with the Raging Bull logo. Metal spoiler. Here we got a Made in England by Lesney Matchbox Mercedes coach. I'm after this one for my bus collection, bus video. I don't encounter this model very often, so I got it even though it's missing a little bit of a plastic here from the roof, and it's got a cracked window in the back. You know, fearing I might not encounter another one. I picked it up. Another bus, also Lesney Route Master bus. Yeah, let's see what years we're talking about here. This is from 1966, so pretty old. It's got the decals on there, a little bit crooked on this side, but mostly intact. The white interior. The previous bus, the Mercedes coach, was available from 1967 to 1969, and the Lamborghini was available in 1998. I got me a Norev also, a Renault 18 GTS, made in France, metal on metal, amber windows, as they all had back in the day. Yeah, very basic model, but still nice because you don't get to see these models very often. The last one is one I already have. It's a Kyosho Audi A4. I will never leave behind a Kyosho for only €3. I will send this to a friend. Lens taillights, lens headlights, separate grille, of course rubber tires, authentic rims, nice interior. I assume this was also made by IXO back in the day. And of course, yeah, I'm gonna can take a look at the interior. Sweet. Let's stay with the loose cars here. Then this whole bunch here, except for the silver one, is from another vendor. The first three, I asked him what these were kind of grouped together on a part of his table. So I asked him, what are you asking for these? And he said you can have them all three of them for €5. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. So that's €1.67 each. That is silly money for a Norev. This is a Citroen C5 wagon or brake estate in a kind of emergency doctor livery. It's got the cherry on top. This you can see the roof is kind of a different shade white. That's because this is a plastic piece, part of the window piece. That is usually a panoramic roof. Got the cherry on top. Got the Star of Life on the doors and on the hood or bonnet. Lens headlights. I don't know. This this is painted flat black. That's nice. Norev always does these nice details. A little bit of paint missing on the side mirror and down here, so it's not perfect, but good enough for that kind of money. Authentic rims with plastic tires and plastic base. Painted tail lights with the double chevron logo and a rivet attached to the lift gate. And it's got suspension. Sweet. A lot of wagons in this video. So that's always a good thing, at least for me. Then we get to Majorette Sonic Flashers. This is the Ford Ranger ambulance in olive green, kind of an army deco. So no interior on these because these had a mechanism inside for making light and sound. Of course, after all these years, it doesn't work anymore because this was first released in 1991 and used till 1993. So that's quite a while ago. And then the second one is in a New York City EMS ambulance livery with the Star of Life on there. On the roof, on the side, number 222. Look at that. Still works after possibly 34 years, if it's that old. Could be younger. If it's an early one or a later one. That is very impressive. Those are some good batteries, all right. Then I started because he had such a good deal on those. I started looking at the other stuff he had because I was in the assuming, and you know, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. That his stuff was going to be expensive because he had these nice Matchbox cars in these Matchbox trays, and usually that screams too much money and overly expensive. Well, turns out not everything was that expensive. So I was wrong. Now this one, I kind of overpaid. Paid €2 for this. This is the Ferrari 456 GT. I have a mint one that I paid €1 for. And unfortunately, this one has some paint chips on you can see on the mirror and on the front here and there. So yeah, paid more for a lesser version. So yeah, that's a big no-no, but it was kind of dark in that part of the hall where it was held, the event. I'm just making excuses here. Yeah, I will send this to a friend. He won't mind a few paint chips. So these were all €2. Well, not all. The last one I got from him not. Ford Escort Cabriolet. I already have this in my childhood collection. I will show you. But it's not the same. There's a slight difference in the whites This is a little bit more off-white than this, but you know, it's hard to notice. Got the same livery on the side. Interior is a little bit lighter gray on the one I bought on this event compared to the one from my childhood collection. Biggest difference is in the rear, where this one has the trailer hitch, and my childhood collection version did not have trailer hitch. And then there's also a difference in the base. The original, mine is from 1985. You can see copyright 1985. It was made in Macau. And this one, which is from 1998, so almost 13 years later, was made in China. So they redid this all that time later in exactly the same version. That's interesting, huh? So yeah, glad to have it slightly different. That's cool. And then he showed me this one. I really had not paid attention to it. So this is Ford. What is it? The Model A Ford. Sorry, a 1981 release. This nice dark and light green. This is from 1981, as I said. I did not pay €10, pay €2 like the other ones. Yeah, mint version of this thing. Yeah, very good price. I think I could have haggled on a package deal on all of these, but I thought at €2 these were so well priced. I didn't even want to negotiate a better deal. So these fenders and running boards, wheel arches are part of the metal base. And there's a plastic insert to hold the axles, and then there's a separate metal flake green body that sits on top of that. No interior on this, just empty in there, no window piece either. I was very pleased to find this one also for €2. So this is the Unimog, also made in Macau. This was a 1985 and 1986 release with the canopy or the tarpaulin on it, mint with the snow shovel thingy, rescue printed on the hood or bonnet. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of well, it's not paint loss. I think it wasn't painted properly here in the corner of the window, but that's okay. I mean, it's such good nick. What a great find. Very pleased. Also got this one, car transporter. This was available in 1983 and 1984. And I just bought this out of, youth sentiment. Had one of these, well, I still have it, but a different color combination. I'm going to add this to the car transporters box, and so that it can feature in the Matchbox car transporters, because of course this is also one, even though it's not really usable, to put an actual Matchbox car on there. So it's got a Bedford in the front there. Cool. Last one from this vendor, the London trolleybus. This is old. This was available between 1958 and 1964. He was asking €6 for this. I got him down to 5. Didn't want to budge much on this one because it's old. And I have a list of all the Matchbox buses for my bus video, and this one wasn't on there. So this was a really lucky find. Yeah, I'll probably never find it again, being so old. So yeah, very pleased to find this. Drink Pear Drex Sweet Sparkling. Chiswick Q Brentford. Cool stuff. 667 Hampton Court. And it's got the bars on the roof that go up to the electric wires where it takes electricity from, because that's where the trolley bus is. It's an electric bus with no batteries, but or maybe some batteries, but not like electric cars have nowadays or electric buses. And it takes power from power lines above the road. Very impressive back then that they already had this. Awesome. Next seller had these dump bins with loose cars in it. Tilt you guys up again. There you go. I went through the boxes, didn't find much, well, mostly damaged stuff, but I managed to find two nice ones in there. This Matchbox Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow 2. First release of this casting in 1979. It was used till 1980. This was in a fairly good nick, or is in a fairly good nick. It's got some paint loss, but it's not that obvious on a silver car, obviously. So yeah, that was a great find for €1 only. And look at that interior, how I cleaned it up, of course, but how that red plastic still shines. Isn't that impressive? How good a quality Matchbox was back then. I mean, I think they're still a fairly good quality, but yeah, there's definitely a difference between then and now. Sweet, and of course, a lot of suspension. Awesome. And then I was going through that box and I found this trailer. I thought, wow, this is nice, and it's in great nick. Let's hope I found the tractor that goes with it, and lo and behold, I did. And the tractor has suffered a little bit more. So this is the DUF 3300 Space Cab. This was a 1990 release, made in Thailand, so where they still make them. So the grille is part of this metal chassis that kind of clips in, and there's also a rivet to hold it together. So we've got the colors of the Italian flag on the side, got Ferrari on the sun visor, 3 axles, and then we got the low bed trailer that they used for all kinds of different purposes. And here there's a container put on it. We got the Ferrari name, we got the flag colors again, we got the prancing horse, Il Cavallino Rampante, and we got opening doors in the back. And there's the loading bay. So very sweet find, and I can put it together with the other Ferrari transporter I had found some time ago, Kenworth cab over racing transporter. So these are 2 Ferrari themed convoys. I think there's a third one, if I'm not mistaken. It's slightly bigger. It has some Formula 1 cars in a set. You can put the cars inside the trailer. I'll probably never have that, but I'm glad I have these 2. That's already a huge win in my book. When I was looking at all those loose Matchbox cars that I just showed, this seller came up to me. I had been looking at his car transporter. It was in a plastic box, those Chinese ones. When I see these price tags on them, you Usually people do that, you know, antique stuff. Always kind of makes me cringe a little bit. This says that in his book on values on Matchbox cars, mint versions go for between 125 and 150, and he was asking 35. And you know, I didn't want to spend that kind of money. So that was previously. I walked off, and then he came back to me when he saw me buying all those Matchbox cars. He thought, well, you know, this guy is a buyer. Maybe I can seduce him to buy my transporter that he previously looked at. And he walked up to me when I was at the other table and said, are you still interested in that transporter? I said, you know, for the right price, I am. So I came back to his table, followed him. And he said, you know what, you can have it for 25 euro. I made him a counter offer of 20 euro. He wouldn't do that, but he said, you know what, for 24 euro, you just get the transporter without the plastic case, which is fine by me because I don't care for the case. I still thought about it for a while, you know, just looking at it, taking in the condition. I've been looking for this for a while. I've never seen them cheaper than 40 euro, so 40. In this kind of condition, used condition. So 35 was already less than I had seen before. For 24 euro, I think I got a good deal. So yeah, I bought it. Cleaned it up, of course, because it was dirty. Yeah, the bottom deck is still showing, still looking almost brand new. Of course, the top deck has suffered more. So it's got the Car Collection Limited car transporter livery. It's got gray wheels. And it's called the accessory pack number 2. And this one, whoops, yeah, that comes off. I just, I noticed that when I got home. This was available from 1957 till 1962. So about the same time as this was available, you know, with the gray wheels too. Interestingly. Not sure what kind of brand this tractor is. Yeah, and there's paint chipping off, of course, constantly. The more you handle it, the more paint will come off. And this is a kind of a twisty thing, so see. I didn't know that before. I only noticed that when I was cleaning it, I mean. And these last two from that collector fair, paid a little more than I usually do, but it's because I'm going to keep this carded, even though the card is not perfect. It's got some creases in it. So this is Corgi Super Haulers Quality Diecast 164 scale model transit van. And then we got a code here, Michelin transit van. I like to collect Michelin stuff. Here's the other vehicles in the set. Made in China, so not made in Great Britain, unfortunately. 2001 copyright. It was asking 8 euro. I got a package deal with the other one, so 6.67 euro is what I ended up paying. So it's got lensed headlights, got the Michelin name and logo on the bonnet and on the doors. Got Bibendum waving at us on the side, and all blue in the back. It says 4 transits on the base there, so it is licensed. So yeah, going to keep that on the card. And this was a very interesting find. I had never seen these packagings before. Well, probably when I was a child, but didn't remember. Super GT, manufactured by Matchbox. Some info on the back. 1986 copyright, and this is a 1986 release. Came in 3 colors, this particular model in 1986. And this is actually the De Tomaso Pantera, which is dumbed down for this cheaper line by Matchbox. A little bit of a goofy livery with the 4x4. Yeah, so €4 asking price, €3.33 ended up paying with the discount. Again, I'm going to keep discarded, even though there's a little dent in the blister. I think these were not considered that collectible, and therefore there's not many left on card. I assume, I don't know. Again, I shouldn't be assuming, but you know, I have no info on that. Here's my De Tomaso Pantera from my childhood collection. This is the first release from 75, I believe. It's missing the stickers, it's missing the steering wheel, and it's even missing the window piece. Don't know how I did that. As you can see, I'm just going to do a comparo so you can see that this is the exact same model. The cheaper one has the plastic base, where the original has the metal base. The original had these louvers here covering the engine as part of the interior, whereas the cheapo has an all metal louvers in the back. No interior on the cheapo, just blacked out windows. And the wheels are slightly the same. Well, not the back wheel. Back wheel is different on my childhood version, it seems. The front wheels seem to be pretty much the same, or very much alike. Slightly different, maybe. So yeah, nice finds. So after all, it was worth going there. I'm glad I did. And then Action got a bunch of new, so the Action discount stores, I mean, got a bunch of new Matchbox. So these are B and C case combined. We start with number 1 and go upwards. 2019 Subaru Forester. This very nice dark blue, metallic, blacked out rims. Got quite a big moonroof. I see detailed in the front and in the rear. The tail lights that wrap around. So yeah, very well done. All the badges and model designations on there. Sweet. Very good. Number 10, 2004 Mazda RX-7. In a nice blue also, but a lighter blue than the Subaru. Just a top tempo, no front tempo here. Very dark window piece, but this does have an interior. And in the rear, we get the details that we want. Nice model. Another blue car. This time a wagon. Number 11, 2012 BMW 3 Series Touring. You know I like my blue wagons. Now surprisingly, this gets all the deco done on the bumper. All the way down there. Look at that. It's got the kidneys nicely detailed, the headlights, BMW logo. This gets the whole 9 yards. Panoramic roof. And again, taillights wrap around the corner. BMW logo, but no model designation. But we do get a license plate that says, it's a German license plate, and it says E90. So E90 in German. That is the model designation for this BMW 3 Series, I believe. It's got a tan interior. Sweet. Number 16, the Scania P360 fire truck. Glad to see it in the mainline again. Still has the metal body. This weighs a lot. This I wouldn't call it a brick, but compared to the other ones, this is a heavy model. So I'm glad they're still able to do these metal body fire trucks. Unfortunately, again, a German fire department livery. Not that I have anything against the Feuerwehr, but wouldn't it be nice if we got like a Swedish livery? Because after all, Scania was originally Swedish. It's now all owned by the Volkswagen Group, I believe, but that doesn't matter. Why do we get that? Why do we only get German, French, Russian, UK, I believe, and some kind of international liveries? Yeah, I would like to see a Swedish livery on this. Matchbox Feuerwehr, number 5. It's a nice livery, don't get me wrong. No, nothing in the front. Sometimes we get front deco too. That's okay. It's still a metal body, so I'll take it anyway. They give it to us. But it's the second time we get the German fire department. So I'd like to see some variation if possible, but I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. Number 37, new model, the 2023 Dodge Charger Pursuit. Got a gray base, got steelies with dog dish hubcaps, generic police livery, 1509 emergency, number 25 for 2025 probably. Got a push bar in the front. Very bland looking back end, unfortunately. Would have been nice if they just put some detail in the casting, so at least get a hint for taillights. Because this is, yeah, not very good looking. Got a red window piece, we get a red light bar on top. That's okay. I see some interesting stuff in the interior, so let's take a look at that. So we've got the computer as usual, but we also got the thingy to speak with the dispatching on the seat there. Not sure what you would call that. It seems to have a radar on the dashboard. That's cool. Let's see, on the passenger seat, no box of donuts or a gun or something else like that. Nothing on the rear seat either. Yeah, okay. Well, that's good enough. Got some details. The next two are the same, but again, they're not. The Ford F550 Super Duty in the ink livery. So there's a variation on this casting. Usually I don't bother, but because it's the ink livery, I thought, why don't I just pick up both of them? Let's open them up and look at the variation, which you all probably know about. It's got nothing to do with the base. I'm just showing you that. Also called the Mini Pumper, but it just says a regular name on the base. Plastic front end, mostly just the headlights are part of the metal body, the cabin. And you can also already see a difference just above the wheels here. These triangular diamond plated things here. On this one, it doesn't have the diamond plating on there. See, that's the variation. It's just a small little thing, but you know, and it's the same on the other side. I should do this, not to confuse you. Yeah. And that's it basically. So what does it say? Not for hire on the doors, on the rear door. Again, 25 for 2025 construction. License 2025, I guess it says here. It's got F550. Super Duty, probably it says there. Some lights on the top. Light bar, part of the lightly smoked window piece. Cool. Another new model, the 2021 Lexus LC 500. Sweet. Nice metallic red. Nice tan interior. We got a steering column with a disc on it with a little bit of detail on the steering wheel. So that's as good as it gets when it comes to steering wheels nowadays. And I'm glad they did not do the tombstone or the urinal, because they tend to do that on convertibles or vehicles with opening doors, but usually on the moving parts, of course, only have opening doors. They tend to do that often there. Maybe not so much on the main line. Yeah, this is good. Look at that grille in the front. It is textured, so that is very nice. And it's very nicely detailed, tempo-wise. Yeah. That's very nicely done by Matchbox. LC500 in the middle, just above the license plate spot. Very cool. Now the very popular model. Well, you don't see a lot of these around here, I guess. Next one, I happened to find two of these in the store when I got all of these, and it happened to be the both variations. So usually I'm not a variations collector, but you know, I know this would be a hard model to find, very popular. And I thought, why don't I just get both of them? Also new for 2025. So yeah, second variation already in this video. So I'm not sure if we got this model in Europe as a Honda. Might be only Acura was only in the US, of course. I assume. Again, I'm assuming. White rims. Got some detail for the grille there. That is probably part of the base. Red interior. This is the right-hand drive version. That is the variation. It's got some issues here with the roof. I'll need to investigate that later on, if that is dirt on there or there's a paint chip. Yeah. And here's the left-hand drive version. So I lucked out on having both variations in the same store at the same time. Here we got the 2022 Infiniti QX80, also a lesser popular model, but we don't get these here. Metal flake red. Just got the moonroof, so a lot of real estate Zamak-wise on the roof. This also seems to have a little bit of a paint chip, strangely. Again, we got a textured grille. That's nice. And we got black all the way to the bumper, the grills and the bottom of the bumper there. So again, very nicely detailed. Wraparound headlights, wraparound taillights. A lot of details on the back here. That's very cool. Very nice. And it's got the third row of seats, but the post is in the middle of it. Yeah, gray interior. Sweet. 2021 Koenigsegg Chimera in flat black with the gold rims. Cool looking combination. Oh, there's just a little bit of smudging there. That's okay. Wipes right off. So minimal details. The tail lights are part of a top tempo. Got a little ghost there with a little bit of shiny black paint around it. And we got the Koenigsegg name in the back, also on a shiny black painted part. And then most of the bottom part there is plastic, but you can add some details when it's plastic. So that's the upside of the downside, it being plastic. Diffuser. Yeah, it's not bad. Staying with black, 1941 Plymouth Coupe. Lots of chrome on this one. For the bumpers, that's always nice to see. Got the whole grille painted up with the headlights and all the jewelry and around it. Sorry. Running boards, part of the interior. And then nicely detailed. So you've got a license plate in the back. How nice is that? Another wagon, the 1980 AMC Eagle, and a very cool color combination. Period correct, as one would say. It's got the off-road wheels on it because this was a 4x4. Grille and headlights are part of the interior, and the bumpers are part of the base. Four-wheel drive, it says on the side. Here it says Eagle. Door handles painted silver. Nothing in the rear. Nothing in the trunk, I mean. And no tempo in the rear either. Yeah, this is awesome. New model, the 2023 BMW M2. Is this a metal flake red? Yes, it is. Oh, that's nice to see. A gloss black painted roof, a little bit of packaging rub. Got the bottom grills that are part of the plastic base. Kidneys are no beaver teeth, luckily. They're kind of wide kidneys, kind of an alcoholic. BMW logo, M badging, and then the wraparound headlights. And nicely done taillights, BMW on the license plate, M2 badge, BMW badge, and then 4 exhausts. Yeah, nice. 2022 Ford Bronco Sport recolor. Yeah, it's not going to win any popularity prizes. All plastic roof, although the window piece and the roof piece are separate to kind of connect the two together, I guess. So makes the black roof piece non-see-through. Nicely detailed in the rear. tempo-wise. And nicely done in the front too. Another new model, 2017 Toyota Land Cruiser 78. Kind of the same paint scheme as the AMC Eagle, it seems. It's kind of an old-looking Land Cruiser that they still make for some countries in the Middle East. So we get side deco and we get front deco. So 3 tempo sides. That's always a win in my book. Not much detail, so no structure on the grill on this one. Smooth grill. Got the snorkel. Got some stuff in the back. Chains, chainsaw, and a duffel bag. Trailer hitch, and then Toyota embossed on the tailgate. Awesome. Got the Polaris Ranger EV. So the electric version of this ATV. Guess what it is? 2020 in blue. Got an all metal bed. Imagine that. Well, there's not much metal on it anyway, so would have been sad if that was also a plastic bottom of the bed. And these are some serious grab handles to hold on for dear life. And then we got the Karma Rivero. In a metal flake light blue, really nice color. So roof is part of the interior, the window piece. It's got lensed headlights, just a blacked out front end, no logos or anything, kind of bland looking. And the back it does say, Karma, a little spoiler painted black. And down there too also, that's nice, and very thin taillights. Thanks for watching.